Okay, I didn't interpret that. I didn't parse that right. So, you maybe not actually collecting data down here.
No, I'm like when I'm down here, I don't think it's really picking up data.
Okay.
But when I'm in the city, that's when it's really concentrated in there.
Interesting. Okay. So that answers my other question. So you drive primarily up the city?
I go from San Francisco to the South Bay. And anything in between.
Okay.
Just depends on where.
Makes for a long day, or could.
Yeah, where they go. So like today, I've been out here all day. It didn't make any sense to go back because I was getting pretty decent rides here. So first person picked them up at the airport.
Oh, okay.
And then they dropped her off in Los Altos. And then from there, it's just been South Bay. I mean,
There's a lot of us down here.
Huh?
There's a lot of us down here.
Yeah. And I noticed the prices are a little not as bad as I thought. As far as, the rides. You say it's a lot of us down here. You said it is a big area. Santa Clara, San Jose.
Yeah, I'm taking you almost as far south as you can get in San Jose.
Well, now they're near what is it? What's the other town?
Morgan Hill.
Morgan Hill.
Yeah, you're in the you're going to be in the last street, essentially in South San Jose, before you hit those fields that separate Morgan Hill.
Yeah, I gotta look at the fair and tell.
Okay, fair enough.
I've been doing it a long time, man. I know when it said San Jose, but it was 18. I figured it was. We call it Deep San Jose.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. Deep San Jose. But it's not, But then again, I might drop you off, and then somebody else might be going back to the airport.
I hope so.
It'd be nice, Might be going back to the airport. Yeah, that's the good thing about it. It's kind of, damn, baby, you better get across the street. Morgan Hill.
Biggest things of getting out of Sunnyvale is just getting out of Sunnyvale to get to the highway.
Yeah, but Sunnyvale's a pretty nice size area.
Yeah.
Stretches a little bit. Yeah. It stretches out.
So long you been driving for?
Oh, I've been driving for about 8 years, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing this since 2015.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
You obviously were one of the early people there.
Well, I'm not as early as some others, man. Some people, I remember a friend of mine, a Filipino guy I know, I think Reggie started when he was, around 13 or something?
Doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Huh?
Doesn't seem like it's been that long.
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I think he started like around, he had been doing it longer than me. So it's about 2013. I mean, it used to be a lot better, man. It used to be really good back. I'd say from 15. Well, I might as well just say from when it started up to about 2018, 19. Yeah. Yeah, they had a lot of bonuses, a lot of incentives and stuff, but that's it's pretty non-existent. How much did you pay for this ride?
$37, something like that about.
Right, close to 40.
Yeah, with all the little taxes they have.
Yeah, because they
over 40, ride that I normally take that's 35 to 40 was like 75.
Well, apparently,
Just that loading thing, whatever they call it.
Apparently, where was it?
Between South San Jose and Sunnyvale.
Oh yeah. Well, the reason it shot up because it wasn't any drivers in the area.
Right. No, I understand that part. I guess my question was going to be, when that happens, do you get extra money too, or does the company just get that?
Well, they still take that 50% or more.
But that's fine if they take 50, as long as you get the other 50 of the $70. My worry is, it'd be a $30 drive normally, they'd give you 15, and then they'd keep the $60.
No, what they do, whatever you pay for, right? Like, okay, they say it went up, right?
Right.
Okay, and then you, whatever fare they told you it was going to be, then that's how they calculated off what we, you know what I'm saying?
Well, at least that's fair. I mean,
when they take 50?
Well, it's better than taking 70% if they pay you a flat fee for a drive and charge me more, depending on how many drivers there are, what I was comparing to. So I was worried that it was a $30, normally a $30 trip, so you got $15, for example. Mm-hmm. And if it bumps up to $70, if you still got only $15 and they got all the bonus.
You know what, man? They may, but they don't. They wouldn't do that. In other words, if you paid 30, it'd just be 30.
Right.
Even if they're not gonna. Once you accept that fare.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, depending on which fare I accept, how much do you get paid? And what you're telling me, what I'm hearing anyway, is you get roughly 50% of whatever fare I pay.
Yeah.
You get your cut even if it bumps up to the higher level because of shortage.
Yeah, they take 50% or more.
Gotcha.
Like sometimes it may be 65 to 68%.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets up. Yeah.
They do kind of have you though, don't they?
Huh?
They do kind of have you by the short hair, so to speak.
Oh yeah, they do. I mean, when I first started, it was 20%. Then it went to 25. Then it went to 30. After 30, they just went.
Yeah.
But I was okay with 30%. I mean, I understand. But
somebody developed that app and they're maintaining, whatever. But actually, what really surprised me is back, I don't know, when they were talking about you guys, the drivers trying to kind of unionize because they felt they're being.
Oh, you talking about the employee thing?
Yeah, and then it turns out that I think it was Uber, but maybe Uber and Lyft both said, well, we're not a taxi service. We're a self-driving service.
We're a technology company.
Yeah, we're a technology company. These guys just happen to work. They're just contractors. They're not. Well, that's
a way for them to kind of to weasel out of it.
Exactly.
That's all.
And what surprised me is if I worked for a company that threw me out the curb because of that, I think I'd be looking for another job.
Yeah.
But again, they pay just enough to keep people coming back, and that's
Well, it's also too, man. A lot of people get addicted to the flexibility of it. In other words, like, if I got to go to the doctor's appointment, I can just go to the doctor's appointment.
Not drive for that hour.
Yeah, I can just cut the app off, do what I have to do, and then come back, do whatever else, or you got to run in and pick something up at the store. You can, so it can be addicting.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, it can be, but they just went a little too far on how they respect the people that are putting the money in their pocket. Yeah, a little too. But it is what it is. Like they say, that's what they say. It is.
Famous words, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
They almost always use that only when things are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I remember the first time I heard the guy said that. It is what it is.
I worked for Lockheed Martin.
Oh, Lockheed?
Yeah, and years ago.
Oh, you used to work for them.
I retired from that. I'm actually
Oh,
working
oh.
for them again.
Oh, you work for them again? Oh,
Yeah, but years ago, when I worked for them, we dropped a satellite
wow.
on the ground, and our customer was obviously very disgruntled, and we spent a year in just hell trying to get this thing rebuilt and getting beat on a pretty regular basis.
Right.
And so I had a program manager that, I was in charge of the short-term INT, integration and test and assembly organization.
Yeah.
And and every morning, every day, he and I would have to call the customer and tell them how much we'd done.
Wow.
And how much we had done that day.
On a satellite?
On a satellite. And as we rebuilt it for them.
Gee.
And it was always his every time I had good news,